Welcome, my fellow citizens. Today we are pitting two most beautiful ships, most useful ships in the game. On the left side we have Hermes, the new ship in the game, and on the right side we have known Anvil Asgard. Both of the ships are amazing, both of the ships are one of the best at their categories, and today we're gonna pit them together. Why did I choose to compare the Asgard against Hermes? It's not about which class of this ship is. It's not about which ship costs more. I've chosen both of these ships because in both of these ships you can haul the cargo very easily, and plus more, you can fight with them, especially in Asgard, but also the Hermes. And both of the ships are just absolutely beautiful. And the fact that I'm leading myself is how useful, how beautiful ship is to me. And because of that, I have chosen to compare these two ships. So let's get into it. So let's start with the looks. Both of the ships are just absolutely gorgeous, but the design is completely different. On the right side, Anvil is more of a dropship and cargo hauler and also vehicle hauler. It has amazing VTOW. On the left side we have something completely different, RSI Hermes. This ship is a cargo ship and not that much of a hauler of the vehicles, but it can fit some very important vehicles, and also it cannot fit some of the very important vehicles. Overall usability, I think Anvil is a little bit better ship, but Hermes, if you are doing a cargo hauling, I think it's one of the most glorious ships in which you can do the cargo hauling. Not only that it looks nice, but also it can back it up with a lot of SU boxes. I've tested both of the ships and I have to tell you, Hermes is much easier to load. It has its own tractor beam. The Asgard, it has a little bit different kind of space. So right now I'm gonna go into the cargo and show you the cargo of both of the ships, because that is very, very important. So first of all, on the left side, on the right side now, is my Hermes, and we're gonna open it and show you something which I had a problem with in the beginning. This is the cargo entrance of Hermes. Very narrow. This cargo entrance is deliberately made narrow so that you cannot fit a medical Ursa. Why medical Ursa? Well, the CIG want to sell you Apollo, which is a dedicated medical ship. And if you can use a medical ship and cargo hauling in one chassis, well, why would you need a medical ship? Anyway, I was very angry on CIG because they made this, but I started hating this ship. And then the more I play, the more I like the ship. First of all, look at this railway here. This is one of the best tractor beams in the game. Not one of the best tractor beam right now for the ships in game. I made a full review of this ship. I will link it down here so you can watch it, so I will not talk too much, but overall the cargo is amazing, very easy to load. I love that it's splitted on the left and right side, and both of the sides have enough place to put everything that you need. The problem is it's a little bit narrow from the top. It's not that high ceiling, and that sometimes can make some problems when you're hauling the cargo, but not big of a problem. Overall, this is very, very easy to use and one of the best cargo haulers right now. The only problem is a little bit more narrow doors, but overall this is absolutely gorgeous. I would say that this ship looks like a modern truck, Mercedes. It's beautiful from outside, beautiful from inside, and you are hauling cargo in style. On the other side we have this Anvil Asgard. This is how the cargo doors are made. Let me show you. Look at this ramp. This ramp is made for loading vehicles and cargo. And look at this open space. This is how you make a transport ship. I mean, this is the best ramp in the game of any ship in my opinion. The only downside, it's a little bit long, so you'll have problems parking it everywhere, but this is the right angle to load the vehicle. This is the right angle to load cargo. Overall, perfection. And just look how open this thing is. You can fit here very, very much. Now, this is not a cargo ship. This is a transport ship, a drop ship. This ship is made to drop in the hot area and offload Nova tank and some other stuff. That's why the CIG has limited the place where you can put the cargo on the grid. So it houses much less cargo on the grid. So if you fully want to load it, it's very possible to put 300 SCUs, but you will have some difficulties. You will have to put the cargo everywhere, here, left, right. Yeah, not that easy to haul as if it is with the Hermes. But if you are hauling the small cargo, and if you are doing this new event, I definitely recommend playing small cargo missions. You will earn much more in reputation when you compare it to the time. This ship will be perfect for that, no question about it. So if you want a more versatile ship that can also put a medical Ursa, and with that also a Fury, and Fury can also fit in Hermes, then this ship is for you. And we're gonna compare the interior. So starting from 4.6, Asgard got much more beautiful interior with a better lighting. Interior was always the same, but lighting is better, that's what I want to say. The cargo of the Anvil Asgard is completely different story from cargo of the Hermes. This is a military ship, and when this is military ship, then this ship has minimalistic interior. That's saying it has everything that you need. I love that it has 3 entrances. For example, if your ship was boarded or disabled and the guys you want to safely extract, well, you have 3 options, left, right, and it gives you much more options so that players cannot predict where you're coming out. But if they also can predict you, you can also have something to defend yourself. You can activate this, grip it, and then fight your way out of it. How cool is this? I cannot fire because I'm in static zone. These doors are very practical to hop in and hop out of the ship. Now here we have some kind of interior, engineering console, we have some drop posts, and through these doors we are coming to the turret where the gunner is. And then this pathway leads in a circle. Component access. Overall, very nice interior, minimalistic as I said, but needed. The downside of this ship is this, the ladders, but they are also advantage. For example, if someone boards your ship and they want to kill you, they cannot pass this here part because this here is a glass. Oh, don't go down there. I always thought this is open, but no, this is actually glass. Look at this. So they cannot kill you through the glass, but you can shoot them if they want to pass this narrow area. But be very careful with this narrow area, it can also kill you sometimes. On the left side, we have 2 beds for logging out, minimalistic as I said, and I love the design of the area, the space. This is a classic military vehicle. On this side, we have a bathroom. Classic military, spacious, but I think it could be also a little bit more nicer. It doesn't have to be so rigid, but it is what it is. And through this hallway we are accessing place where we can put your suits and your weapon, and then we are coming to the most beautiful part of the ship, the cockpit. Both of the cockpits are phenomenal, but on the Asgard the cockpit is centered. So if you're a player who doesn't like cockpits offsetted to the left or the right, Asgard is just perfect ship for you. This cockpit is very nice. You have a very good visibility on all sides, and MFDs are just gorgeous. This cockpit you can use everywhere. You can also look down there to see where you are landing. So I think this is really nice place to sit and fly the ship. The outside look, as I said, these are 2 completely different philosophies. The Asgard is a military dropship, which is a rigged but still somehow beautiful. And on the right side, the Hermes is very different story. That is a civilian ship which is doing the cargo hauling. Now let's talk about stats of the both ships. Let's start first with the weapons. 4 size 4s for the Hermes, 6 size 3 for the Asgard, which gives Asgard advantage. I have used here Ardor's 3 because they are almost as attrition but better. Asgard has an access to those, and the pilot DPS is 5306, plus you can bring a crew with you, then giving you extra 2762 DPS. I've also put their attrition force repeater. On the Hermes, it's just that. 4 size 4s, that's it. If you bring a friend, he will use that remote turret instead of you. You will have only 2 guns. So as far as the power for the weapons, better ship is Asgard. Now, that's not only the thing that is important. Both of the ships have same shields, 4 size 2, and also the Asgard 4 size 2. But the difference is in the hull. Total health points 124,700 for the Hermes, body is 35,000, and health points is 21,000. If we compare that to the Asgard has 77,000 HP, 20,000 nose, tail 20,000, and armor 12,000. So in this category, Hermes is much better. It's much tougher ship to kill, and if you have played some combat with it, you will see it. The very important thing for both of the ship is to compare the pitch, yaw, and roll. In this, Asgard is a little bit better, 32.5, 27.5, 95, and the Hermes is 26, 26, 60. But the Hermes is a big ship, and having this kind of pitch, yaw, and roll is really amazing for the ship. Also the speed of the ship. The Hermes is much faster ship compared to the Asgard, but Asgard is a little bit more maneuverable. So overall, it depends on what you like for yourself. The very big problem with the Asgard is power plants. It doesn't have enough power to power everything properly. So you probably have to use, as I am using, ballistic guns to offset some of that loss of power. So most of the time I'm using on a man turret ballistic gatlings. As for the Hermes, I still love to use ballistic on the Hermes. Putting 4 size 4 gatlings on it, it's just beautiful. I have a video where I fought with this ship. I'm gonna link it down here for you to watch it. Overall, as for the stats, both of the ships have their advantages and downs, but it depends on what kind of role of the ship you want. If you want ship for everything, then that is Asgard. If you want a ship that is cargo ship and also some combat, then Hermes is your ship. Now, I forgot to tell you one important thing. Both of the ships have 16 missiles, but Hermes has size 2 and Asgard has size 3. Since this is a military vehicle, it has a little bit more. This is what I was talking about. Just easy. Hop, hop, and you're out. And close the door. Love it. But Hermes also has a second entrance, and we're gonna start this time from this second entrance, which is just underneath these guns. And here you have coal elevator. What's cool about this elevator, it's also airlock suited. Look at this. You are in the glass and then glass hops up. Really nice. When you're out, you will have these rails, but if you don't like them, you can just click here, retract rails, and you have perfectly beautiful open area. Now, just look at the difference of the philosophies. This is very beautiful and gorgeous interior. It's also minimalistic, but also very nice. Here on the left side we have a small dining table and we have small kitchen, and on the right side we have here the toilet. It's much smaller but very useful and very nice in my opinion. In my opinion, much nicer than Asgard. 2 beds to log out, you and your friend. This is huge open glass cockpit, but the problem is it's offsetted to the left side and right side. I don't mind it, and actually I really like it. I have a feeling that I'm driving a car when I'm flying this. When you sit here, just look at this. Now I know these rails still protrude in your viewing area a little bit, but for me that's not a big thing. It's not a problem. I can see more than enough. In this cockpit you can also look down when you're landing, and as I said in my review, I'm using often this ship from interior to land it, not even watching where is the rest of the ship. MFDs are also gorgeous, very easy to use. The downside is you only have 2. On Asgard you have 4. Now what I especially like this ship is the ease of access of the cargo. When I'm offloading cargo, I'm gonna probably press the button open all, and as soon as I stand up, these doors here will be open and I can see already my cargo and exit. In this little hallway here there are some components, and behind these doors just stands your cargo really nicely. I'm thinking if someone in future, in 1,000 years, would make a cargo ship, this is how it would be made. I also think that this ship is not planned first by the CIG to be a cargo hauler. They wanted just to make a medical ships, and then they decided to make a medical ship. Here is the proof. Triage. Where is triage? No triage. So the CIG wanted this to be a medical ship, but they realized the potential of this ship and make it a beautiful cargo hauler. Now I think the CIG shouldn't even bother making this. They should have made a mods for the Apollo, which you can just switch with a click of a button, the same as it would be possible with the new Galaxy that is coming this year. Overall, interior of this ship is very nice. And here on these sides we have place where you can put your guns and also your suits, and also advantage of this thing is it can be closed so nobody can steal your stuff, and also for your friend here on the other side. And as I said, a gorgeous railway and tractor-beam. It's time to see one more exterior. If you are outside and watching these ships from above, then you can see how much bigger the Hermes is. The Hermes has a large hangar, which is in my opinion advantage when you're hauling cargo, but for everything else, medium hangar for the Asgard is much better because it can fit almost everywhere. As I said, both of the ships are just absolutely beautiful in design, completely different stories, but I love them so much. But the cool thing is, the Asgard you can buy in the game, and that is a huge advantage right now because the Hermes is a new ship and you cannot buy it for the in-game money, only for the real money. So only in 2 or 3 months you will be able to buy it. Now I won't show here loading cargo because I have videos for both of them. Basically very easy to use both of them. So now that we have inspected both ships, when we have seen the stats, when we've seen the interior and exterior, which ship should you get? Write me down in the comments. My personal opinion, if you are a person who is new to Star Citizen and wants to upgrade maybe its Catalyst or something, then definitely go with Asgard. This ship can do everything, a little bit more firepower, beautiful dropship, cargo ship, everything in one ship. Jack of all trades, master in none, but very good in everything. And this is why the Asgard is the ship for you. On the other hand, if you are professional Star Citizen player and you are enjoying every part of the game and you need ships for everything, well, the RSI Hermes is fitting that place perfectly. This ship is absolutely gorgeous to do it, to fly with it, everything what you need in one ship. That said, if you are more like me, someone who enjoys the beauty of the ships and not so much the quality of the ships, then you can get both of them. Buy one in-game, buy one for the real money, or wait a little bit and then get both in-game. If you are now wondering on which ship should you spend your money, well, I would just say this: don't listen to me, don't listen to any YouTuber. Buy that what you like and what you need. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Until next video, have fun out there.